Bitcoin is going 3 million per
of all
coin.
Bitcoin's been mined, but 95% of the world doesn't own Bitcoin. So I just think that there's still it'd be,
Let's check this out.
95% of all Bitcoin's been mined, but 95% of the world doesn't own Bitcoin. So I just think that there's still a huge demand versus supply imbalance, meaning there's a lot more potential buyers of Bitcoin over the next 10 years. And so I think there's a lot of upside into year end.
I think what Tom Lee means, if there's institutions coming in, if there is like a major institution like or a government coming into Bitcoin, could it see 3 million? Maybe it could see 3 million if there was no sales, but if there's sales, obviously there's going to be a lot of previous institutions selling.
Into your like 150 target.
Yeah, 150, maybe 200, even 250 this year.
What? 150 to 200.
So that's his prediction, 150,000 Bitcoin to 200,000. And the markets definitely prove it. We could definitely see that type of pump.
Even 250. And what's your, you don't have a terminal price on that, do you?
Well, it's, I think at a minimum it should have the same network value as gold. And if you look at above ground gold, it's probably 23 trillion. So that would be, 1.2 million for Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin is more valuable than gold. So, gold, Bitcoin could be 2 million, 3 million long term.
The issue with Bitcoin, it's been used for 10 years. And gold's been used over 5,000 years, I'm pretty sure. That's why gold is worth that much. It's still used to this day in banks. Bitcoin is like basically its own value, and gold is also used. I guess it was replaced in building materials and other type, like it might be used in gold rings, but that's because it has like a status symbol. So gold needed a lot of time in the market, over 5,000 years, to build this 1.2 trillion. But with so much money coming in, Bitcoin could be reaching 1.2 million in the next 15 years. It's not impossible. Next 15 years is definitely, a thing.
Even higher.
Okay. Thank you. And we're talking years, obviously, but 95% mined. I don't think the last one is mined till, 2150 or something.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, depending on what decimal you want to use, it's probably like, 2040 or something. But yeah, but it's, if you're having something forever, it'll always.
So what's your terminal value?
That's what we just said.
Yeah,
the final.
He said 2.5 million.
2.5 million at the end.
Yeah.
Or maybe,
Okay,
maybe higher.
Or maybe even higher.
I didn't appreciate that point.
Yeah, it could,
But I guess the way I meant that is, does that happen at the end after it's all?
When it's all.
I guess like nobody knows, like all these predictions that we saw years ago, nothing happened basically from that. Like we were waiting for that, and all these predictions were wrong. I think nobody knows unless like a different government entity comes in. So there's actually a hearing right now that I want to check out.